How you doing, and welcome back to Rave Vinyl Reminiscence, the channel where I take a look through my archives of hardcore from between around 91 to 1995 and share my passion for some of these amazing tunes. In this first series we're taking one record label at a time and we're exploring the opening breaks to some classic tracks, so where the mixers come in and the first break comes in, and it's that kind of moment that we normally recognise these tunes by. So for this video, we're going to be taking a look at a mighty record label, and that's Homegrown Records. So Homegrown Records was a sub-label of Basement Records, which I'm going to feature in another video. I own 6 from Homegrown, and all of those except for one are from 1993. This was a great label back in those days, a lovely classy mix of kind of uplifting hardcore. I want to get started first and foremost with DJ's Unknown Volume 1, and I'm going to play the B side of this. Have a listen to the opening break on this. Next up, we've got, staying the same theme now, we've got DJ's Unknown Volume 2. This is a later reissue. This is not the original one from 93, but it's same deal. And I'm going to play the A side of this. Now this took a really massive sample from Carl Cox's Let the Bass Kick back from 91 and kind of up-tempos it. It's a really, really powerful track. Have a listen.
Let's do it.
Bit of a banger, as they say. The break that comes in later on that as well is features the vocals from Rhythm on the Loose Break of Dawn, which is pretty cool. Next, S&A Volume 1, and I'm going to play the A side of this. Another good track. So that's the first break of that track, but I'm going to play a break that comes in a little bit later because it's a great example of the homegrown sound of the era. It's extremely uplifting, and you'll hear the kind of the atmosphere sort of really lifts on it, and it really opens up. So have a listen to this. See the big grins across the smoky dance floor with that track. Talking of uplifting numbers, this is Frantic and Impulse Volume 1A, and this is on a reissue from 2016. It came as like a box set. It features the Basement Records on one side there, the label on one side. So this track, Frantic and Impulse Volume 1 A side, was originally 1993, but as I say, this is on a 2016 reissue of it. Great track, really lovely and atmospheric. So last up for 93. So I don't own an awful lot of presses on this label. I've got the best of them from my personal taste. And this is from 93 again, but it's on a 2016 reissue, part of the same box set. So again, has the Basement Records label on one side. And I'm going to play Aurora, Firin on All Cylinders. It's funny because you know, certain tracks just bring up certain particular memories, and music's really good for that. I don't know why, but this one in particular just reminds me of my little bedroom back at my parents' house, and I had my deck set up and flyers on every single millimetre of the wall, and this track just really brings it back. It's a great number. Right, so now last one, and this is 1994, and this is just one of those bits of vinyl, one of those records where every track on it is amazing. On one side we've got Life's Just So, on the other side Do It Now, and then Dancing in the Shadow. I'm going to play a little bit of all three tracks on this because they're all three of them are total blinders. I'm going to start with the first track on the B-side, which is Do It Now. This is one of my favourite tunes of all time, and I'm going to feature this in a video definitely of my top however many. So I'm just going to play a couple of snippets of it, and then definitely we'll get a full viewing and a full breakdown in a later video. Do It Now is just perfection in as much as it has that perfect balance of power, darkness, and like incredible uplifting atmosphere. So like, this is the opening break. Have a listen. Right, so to balance that powerful kind of fairly dark intro break there, we have this this unbelievably uplifting piano break as well, and it just carries on running through. Tiny snippet of it because we're going to visit this tune in much more detail later on. That tune is off the scale good. I cannot imagine playing a set out ever and not pulling that tune out at some point. So the A side of this is Life's Just So, and again, like on the slightly darker side, very atmospheric, sort of smoky kind of mysterious feel to this tune. It's almost a little bit slamming vinyl. It's particularly one of the slamming vinyl tunes that we'll look at in another video, but have a listen. So last up is the second track on the B-side, which is Dancing in the Shadow. And I'm going to play this right from the start because this is a great opener actually, the kind of track that you'd stick down and open a set with. Again, dark, wouldn't actually be that out of place in some movie where you're getting dragged into a black hole or something, this one, but it's it's a really high quality tune. And so that's it for my main selection from Homegrown. As I said, I didn't own an awful lot of these. I picked out, they pressed a lot more than I own, and carried on moving forwards, 94, 95, 96, beyond actually possibly. But for me, I've said, I'll keep saying that hardcore, it just kind of went off track for me at that point, and I started moving into playing house and stuff later on by that point. But I want to play out with, I'd like to choose one at the end to play fully, and it's a B-side of what I played earlier. Okay, so this is DJ's Unknown Volume 2. This track, I didn't used to play it as much in the day, and that's because the A-side was just such an absolute smasher for me. It used to get played a lot. So it used to get missed quite a lot, but this is a really good tune. So I'm going to play the B-side of this. Another amazing record label. As we said, it was a sub label from Basement Records, which is why some of the reissues have got the Basement Records label on it. Going to feature that in another video. I mean, that's a whole world in itself, Basement Records. But this label really, really holds a place in my heart back in that period. It just had a certain sound, you can listen to a track and you can pretty much pick that out as being pressed on this label. I hope you've enjoyed that journey, and I hope you enjoy listening to the B-side of DJ's Unknown Volume 2, and I'll see you next time where we choose another label and go through some more of the opening breaks of some of these amazing classic tracks. Cheers.